The scene script. Is there anything more inevitable than death? Yet how do we cope with this inevitability? Are we truly aware of it? These profound questions nudge at the very core of our existence, exposing the paradox of life. The only certainty is the end. Yet we live as if we are immortal, seldom contemplating the inevitable. Death. Enter Ernest Becker's groundbreaking work, The Denial of Death. Published in the late 20th century, this book delves deep into the psyche of human beings, exploring our complex relationship with mortality. Becker probes the paradox of our existence, the conflict between our consciousness of death and our desire to continue living. Becker's central thesis is that humans, unlike other animals, are aware of their mortality. This self-awareness creates a unique kind of terror, the fear of death. It's a fear so profound that it influences our every action, our every decision, our very conception of the world. But how do we cope with this terror? How do we reconcile our will to live with the inevitability of death? Becker proposes that we do so by denying death's existence. We mask our fear, bury it deep within our subconscious, and refuse to acknowledge the looming shadow of mortality. We create symbolic systems of immortality, Becker posits. We immerse ourselves in our work, our passions, our relationships, seeking to leave a lasting legacy that outlives us. We construct cultural worldviews that provide us with a sense of meaning, purpose, and permanence in an otherwise transient world. In essence, Becker suggests that death denial is a fundamental aspect of the human condition. It shapes our lives, steering us towards certain paths and away from others. It's a fascinating concept, one that challenges us to reconsider our perceptions of life, death, and the intricate dance between the two. Ernest Becker's exploration of death denial forms the foundation of his influential work. This exploration, this unmasking of the human psyche, is what makes The Denial of Death a must-read. As we delve deeper into Becker's ideas in the upcoming sections, prepare to have your worldview challenged, your assumptions questioned, and your understanding of life and death forever changed. How do we create symbolic systems of immortality to deny death? What are these systems? Let's delve into Ernest Becker's intriguing hypothesis. Becker posits that humans, conscious of their impending mortality, develop symbolic systems of immortality. These systems are mechanisms by which we seek to deny or transcend our inevitable end. They come in various forms, including religion, creative endeavors, and heroic acts, each serving as a conduit for our immortality. Religion is perhaps the most obvious of these systems. For many, religion offers the promise of an afterlife, a continuation of existence beyond the physical realm. It provides a comforting narrative that death is not the end but a transition to a different, potentially eternal state of being. In this way, religion serves as a powerful buffer against the fear of death. Creative work is another symbolic system. Artists, writers, musicians, and other creatives often hope that their work will outlive them, becoming a legacy that continues to influence and inspire long after their physical presence is gone. This drive to create something enduring is seen as a form of symbolic immortality, a way to cheat death by leaving a mark on the world that persists. Heroic acts also play a part in Becker's theory. The desire to be remembered for brave deeds or significant contributions to society can also be seen as a bid for immortality. The hero's name lives on, remembered and revered, providing a sense of continuity beyond the confines of a mortal lifespan. These systems, in their various forms, allow us to believe in some form of continued existence, a way to transcend our mortal condition. By investing ourselves in these symbolic systems, we can feel as though we are part of something larger, something that will continue long after our individual lives have ended. In conclusion, these symbolic systems, according to Becker, provide a buffer against the existential dread that death can cause. They offer us a way to deny or mitigate the fear of death, to believe in some form of immortality, and to find meaning in an otherwise finite existence. What impact does this denial of death have on our behavior? How does it shape our lives? Ernest Becker, in his groundbreaking work, The Denial of Death, delves into these questions, exploring the profound influence that our unconscious denial of mortality has on our actions and behaviors. According to Becker, the fear of death and the subsequent denial of it is a driving force in human behavior, leading us to both constructive and destructive actions. On one hand, it can inspire us to create, to aim for greatness, to leave a lasting legacy. This is a form of heroism, a way to achieve symbolic immortality, to live on through our deeds and contributions. The marvelous works of art, the groundbreaking scientific discoveries, the mesmerizing literature, all are born from this desire to transcend our mortality. However, this same fear can also lead to violence and conflict. It can push us to seek power, to dominate others, to create us versus them narratives. It can lead to prejudice, discrimination, and even war. This darker side of death denial is a desperate attempt to validate our symbolic systems, to prove that our way of life, our beliefs, our values, are superior, hence, more enduring. In essence, the fear of death and the denial of it shapes our lives in ways we might not even realize. It defines our aspirations, our relationships, and our worldviews. It determines how we treat others and how we perceive ourselves. It influences the choices we make, the risks we take, and the battles we choose to fight. Death denial is not simply about escaping fear. It's about asserting our existence, validating our worth, and leaving a mark on the world. It's about our struggle to make sense of our lives in the face of the inevitable, to find meaning and purpose despite our transient existence. In denying death, we are not just escaping fear but also shaping our very human behaviors. In just under 6 minutes, we've delved into the exploration of death denial. We've discussed the unavoidable reality of death and how we, as humans, devise symbolic systems of immortality to cope with this inevitability. We've also looked at how our denial of death influences our behavior, often in ways we're not conscious of. The essence of Ernest Becker's The Denial of Death is this. It challenges us to confront our mortality and to understand how our denial of it shapes our lives.